A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant move, House Republicans have successfully propelled President Donald Trump's ambitious $4.5 trillion tax breaks and spending cuts bill to final congressional passage. This milestone was achieved on Thursday, just ahead of the 4th of July deadline, despite facing multiple setbacks and intense opposition from Democrats. The final vote was a tight 218 to 214, with 2 Republicans joining the Democrats in opposition. GOP leaders worked tirelessly overnight, and President Trump himself reached out to skeptical lawmakers to ensure the bill's passage. House Speaker Mike Johnson expressed optimism, stating, "We have a big job to finish. With one big, beautiful bill, we are going to make this country stronger, safer, and more prosperous than ever before." This legislation, dubbed the One Big Beautiful Bill, spans over 800 pages and consolidates a range of GOP priorities into a single package. The outcome is a significant achievement for President Trump, aligning with his goal to enact this policy before the holiday weekend. The core of the bill focuses on extending $4.5 trillion in tax breaks initially enacted in 2017 during Trump's first term, alongside introducing new tax deductions for workers, particularly benefiting older adults earning less than $75,000 annually. Additionally, the bill allocates $350 billion towards national security and Trump's deportation agenda, as well as the development of the Golden Dome defensive system. However, to offset the lost tax revenue, the package proposes $1.2 trillion in cutbacks to Medicaid and food assistance programs, primarily by imposing new work requirements. The Congressional Budget Office has projected that this legislation will add $3.3 trillion to the deficit over the next decade and leave 11.8 million more people without health coverage. Republican U.S. Representative Jody Arrington of Texas, the House Budget Committee chair, called it a generational opportunity to implement substantial conservative reforms. On the flip side, Democrats have united against the bill, labeling it a tax giveaway to the wealthy funded by cuts to essential services for the working class and vulnerable populations. Tensions escalated during the lengthy debate, with Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries delivering a marathon speech that lasted over 8 hours, arguing passionately against what he referred to as Trump's big ugly bill. Jeffries emphasized the potential harm to millions relying on healthcare programs, stating, "It's a crime scene, going after the health and the safety and the well-being of the American people." The journey to pass this bill has been fraught with challenges. Republicans have faced internal divisions, struggling to maintain unity within their ranks. The Senate previously passed the package with a tie-breaking vote from Vice President J.D. Vance, highlighting the slim majority the GOP holds in both chambers. The pressure from President Trump has been palpable, as he criticized delays in the bill's progress, demanding action from Republican lawmakers. As the vote approached, moderate Republicans expressed concerns over the severity of proposed cuts, while conservatives pushed for even deeper reductions. The stakes were high, as lawmakers faced warnings from Trump's political operation regarding the consequences of opposing the bill. The legislation represents a significant shift away from the policies of the last 2 Democratic presidents, targeting the Medicaid expansion from the Affordable Care Act and rolling back climate change initiatives from the Inflation Reduction Act. Democrats have voiced dire warnings about the implications of the proposed cuts, asserting that they would lead to loss of lives, particularly among those dependent on Medicaid and food assistance. Republicans, however, argue that the tax breaks will stimulate economic growth and prevent tax hikes on households. They maintain that the bill aims to right-size safety net programs for those they were originally intended to serve, while also addressing perceived waste and fraud. The Tax Policy Center's analysis suggests that the bill would result in varying tax cuts across income groups, with the wealthiest set to benefit the most. As the bill now heads to President Trump for his signature, it stands as a defining piece of legislation for his administration and the Republican Party, shaping the political landscape as the nation moves forward. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.